Most approval tools are built with one big assumption that everyone involved works for your company. But that's not reality. You need sign-offs from clients, vendors, contractors, partners, board members, people who are never going to create an account in your software. Approve This is built specifically for that, and today I'm going to give you a quick tour. Let's start by creating an approval workflow. You've got three options. Start from scratch, pick from our library of 150 templates, or let AI build one for you. I'll use the AI generator. I'll just describe what I need, and in about 10 seconds, I've got a working form with all the relevant fields: project name, amount, justification, and a file upload. Everything here is customizable. I can reorder fields, change what's required, add help text, images, and PDFs directly in the emails, so approvers don't need to download anything when they approve. And if I want people outside my company to submit requests, I just flip this toggle to make this form public. We'll come back to that. Now is the important part. Who needs to approve this? I can pick anybody that's already in the system, but here's what makes ApproveThis different. I can add approvers who don't have an account. I just type in the email address, the system sees they're not a user, and I can invite them as an external approver right here. They'll never need to create an account. They'll never need to log in. They just get an email and respond. And by the way, seats are completely free. Our pricing is based on approval volume, not how many people you invite. So add as many approvers as you need. I can set up multi-stage approvals, first this person, then this group, or parallel approvals, where two people review at the same time. And I can add conditions. For example, only require the CFO's approval if the amount is over $5,000. Otherwise, skip that step entirely. Here's the part that actually matters. You can build the most sophisticated workflow in the world, but if your approver ignores the email, nothing moves. So let me show you what your approver actually sees. Here's the email notification. Right away, they can see exactly what they're being asked to approve. All the details right in the email. See this image? That's the file that was uploaded. It's rendered right there. No downloading, no opening attachments, and no extra steps. Same for PDFs and even spreadsheets. Your approver can review everything without even leaving their inbox. And at the bottom, approve or deny. That's it. One click and they're done. No login screen, no password, no create an account to continue, just done. Now, if you're dealing with sensitive approvals, you may want to require a login, and you can turn that on. The easier you make it for someone to approve, the faster your work moves forward. And on the other side, the person who submitted the request isn't left in the dark. They can see exactly where the request stands, who approved, and who's still pending. They get email updates as approvals come in. And there's a full activity log showing every action, who approved, when, and if any conditions were triggered along the way. No more "did you see my email" follow-ups. Now let's quickly run through some of the more powerful things ApproveThis can do. File previews allow images, PDFs, and spreadsheets all to render inline, directly in emails and in the app. Our AI data extraction allows you to upload an invoice or a receipt, and our system automatically pulls out the vendor name, amount, and line items. No manual entry required. Our calculated fields allow you to perform mathematical calculations, add text together, or compare two things that a user's entered, like comparing what an invoice says to what the user said the total amount would be. With approver groups, instead of one specific person as the approver, you can say anyone in the accounting team can approve this. First one to respond completes the step. And with automatic reminders, you can nudge approvers every few days until they respond, so you can stop chasing people manually. We talked about external approvers, but what about external requesters? Any form can be made public. Clients, vendors, partners, anyone can submit a request without logging in. And you can add a PIN if you want to limit access. And if you have multiple public forms, the Approval Hub puts them all in one branded page at your subdomain, like yourcompany.approvethis.com. It's great for agencies, firms, and anyone who takes requests from outside their organization. That's ApproveThis, built for teams that need approvals from people who aren't necessarily in their system. Questions? Hit the chat widget on our site. Real humans, and we respond fast. Or book a demo. Thanks so much for watching.